silent. It's really, really good diff action. Like they're smooth, etc., etc.
Yeah. Hi guys, Brett here from Hearns Hobbies, and I'm joined by
Simon.
Simon. As what are we building? This is he's so excited. How excited are you?
We're building an SF2.
Not just any SF2.
No, we're going to build what we run in modified.
That's what you. Yeah.
This is not going to be like complete manual spec. This is going to be what we're doing with our cars on the track.
Full current 2022 team spec car.
So when this is finished, my son will be piloting this like a lunatic.
I'm sorry. Bloody talented driver, but yes, frenetic fast, isn't it? It's just frantic.
If I could just harness the pace from corner to corner.
It's like Tassie Devil on track, isn't it?
Exactly.
Super fast.
He's just got...
Young Nathan is a missile.
It's just all
Absolute
action.
Missile. That's right. Never a dull moment. Let's get stuck into it, mate.
YZ4-SF2. There's the manual. You can have a look at that.
I'll have a look at the manual. You probably don't even need to read this manual, mate.
What's happened with the chassis?
We've lost the first bit. This is a good start.
It's gone. No, it's behind me. It's behind me.
It's behind you, Simon.
Hiding.
Which bag am I getting into? Not bag 15.
I'm just going to move this box out the front here, so out of the camera shot.
Front and centre. Oh, what have we got an overhead? Oh, there we go. We're a bit like a toy gun. Oh, you had this in the basement with Nan. Talk us through it.
So, the standard side pod. Well, basically, where we're at is we're trying to reduce the actual weight in the car.
Yeah, we're building a thoroughbred.
We're not doing it for stock because we don't race stock. But it's the same thing, you know. Like if you're running stock, this is going to be exactly the same because we get the car down to like 1630.
What's the minimum?
1600.
1600.
Yeah. So it is relevant to your speed controller size, your motor, and your battery too as well. It's not just this is not all in the car. This is the end product. You know, as in the end fully assembled determines on your other equipment as well.
Of course it does. There's more to making a fast car than just taking weight out of it. And the talent behind the transmitter. That is super cool. I'm super impressed. So we've got carbon fibre side plates here.
Yep, just give me a second.
I'm not giving you a sec.
Jeez.
Come on, mate.
I'm just going to be throwing stuff all over the place.
Are you?
Yep.
Bit loose tonight. What's this? A flipper.
They're the OEM original SF2 side pods.
Yep.
Okay.
And I wouldn't call these heavy by any stretch.
They aren't heavy. They weigh 38 grams a side.
A side?
A side.
Okay. Now how much weight have you saved with this unit?
They weigh 38 grams for both.
So you've basically unbolted one.
Took one completely off. That's okay.
And 40 grams in the scheme of things isn't much, but not only that, it just looks factory cool.
It's not a lot when you're talking about how the car accelerates and how fast it can go, but it's massive when it's landing.
I suppose that's what we're looking for, isn't it?
So it's stability, control, and landing. When you're reducing the weight out of these things because of the velocity they travel and how far they jump and how big they jump.
Yep.
For 320 or 30 mil long and 1.5 kilograms, they hit the ground awfully hard.
Like a cannonball, isn't it?
Yeah.
They drop out of the sky.
They do. They fall out of the sky.
Especially with you behind the steering wheel.
Good on you. So we've worked tirelessly on trying to get the car to be super stable. So
we're not showing you how to build a box stock SF2, we're showing you how to build a race car.
This is not a... No, it's definitely not. So anyway, the side pods are the ProTech ones that they use on a B74.
Yep.
Okay. Carbon fibre. You do have to modify... You'll see... Can we zoom in on the camera?
I can do that for you, mate. I'm well trained at this. Oh, look at the craftsmanship. Are you looking at that or what?
So, I bolt them up.
And get your dirty big finger out of the way, mate.
So,
have a look.
So I put the side pods on with this screw here in the centre.
Yes.
Okay, because that screw you do not change.
Yes.
Okay.
That's handy.
There's two holes in the back here.
Yep.
Which are drilled, but they're not taped. They're not countersunk. They actually line up with the holes, pretty much.
Yep.
So what I do then is when that's tightened up and they're in place.
Machine knows.
I've already countersunk these two holes, by the way. I flip it over. Okay. And what happens is the carbon fibre hole is like a little bit, just a little bit covering the hole. So
Yes.
I run the drill through the carbon fibre.
Of course.
Okay. I trim a bit off here
Yep.
because they get close to the bulkhead.
Yep.
So I trim a bit off here, and I also trim a little bit off here because they
Off
get
the front.
close. Sorry, I haven't got it. I trim a little bit off this because they protrude out to here, which interferes with the B
bell
block.
crank, yep.
No, the B
Oh,
block.
the B block, yep.
Okay, so I trim a little bit off that. But once them two are in, and that's done, and those holes are locked in, then I'm safe to turn it back over, drill right through here, the 3mm drill bit, which will make it absolutely perfect, then dismantle it all, countersink those two holes.
You're a crafty little
So
devil,
you just don't go about it and go bang, 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 because you'll never line them up perfect.
Well, that's what it takes to build a race-winning car.
So-
Craftsmanship. These are the 1%ers, mate.
Once that's done, on the chassis, where you got the folded part of the carbon,
Yes.
those three spots, I lineage a 45-degree angle on the aluminium so the corner of the aluminium doesn't cut into the carbon.
Over time, yeah.
Because no, the carbon, the way it's made, it's curved edge,
Yep.
where it rolls around the chassis.
Yep.
And if you've got a square point,
Yeah, it cuts into it.
it will vibrate or whatever into it, and it'll actually, basically, it'll weaken the carbon. So I Dremel from the distance of where it starts. That's why you see this texture mark. I just run the texture, so I knew. I Dremel a 45-degree angle where the carbon rolls over on the chassis.
Yep.
It's not much. It's
Do we
just a
even
little bit.
need these side plates? Can't we just take them right off?
You can, but then your battery's going to fall out.
That's not ideal.
No, and then all the crap and debris and everything. Like the old
No.
cars never used to have side pods fold up on some of them.
No. We used to have an under tray, remember?
Yes,
That was a
yes,
good idea, wasn't
yes. But we don't need under trays now.
it? No, we don't need under trays. We've got carbon fibre side pods.
So anyway,
Loving it.
so that's where
So you've done, let's have a look at the book. So you've effectively done, looking at this SF2 book here, page 1,
so
you've nailed it.
yep. So we don't. There's one part I don't have here, which I've got to get pulled to make, but I will address that later. It's the battery.
Berserk RC.
Yeah, the battery setup. I've forgotten all about that, so I don't have them with us. But we
Because
can
you
do
like
that later.
to use an O-ring on yours, don't you?
We do not use the standard Yokomo battery retainer.
Why is that?
It comes loose.
Okay.
And it's not because it's a bad design. It's just because of this. Basically, it's because of the environment it's working in. It just comes loose.
Loosey goosey.
Yep,
Tidy tiger.
that's right.
Let's go. What are we into then? How about we put the centre braces in?
The T-brace, or whatever you want to call it.
I wasn't going to call it a G-string, that's for sure. You're an animal, Healy.
Here we go.
We got the book.
A couple of those.
Hey, what are we doing for screws? Have I got? Is that a present?
No, we don't need that.
Yeah, it's a present. Oh, I thought I got a freebie.
No.
No,
Have you got your snippers
which ones?
to clean off the dags?
I asked you before, do we need anything? You said no.
No, I said I don't need anything. I wasn't talking about you.
Where are my 9-step snippers gone? I tell you what, can't leave BJ in here for 3 seconds. He takes my nippers, hides them on me.
I just want to get rid of you for a second.
Story of my life.
Yeah. Just clean the dags off.
Bags. Ooh. What are these parts? Can I get into these?
You can do whatever you want with them. We're not going to use them tonight. So you can play with them as long as you want.
I'll put those to the side then, hey?
Hey, what have you done with all the... By the way, we're also going to be using tie screws.
And by tie, you don't mean tie-dye, you mean titanium.
Oh.
Superhuman strength, isn't it?
So I've got a few packets of titanium screws lying around. Yokomo ones. So I just...
And how much weight are we saving on this?
I can't give you an exact
You don't remember?
amount.
Yep.
But they say it's around nearly 30 grams.
Yep. Doesn't sound much again, but
So
we've
that's
taken...
70 grams between that and this.
Yep. And we haven't even got to step 2 yet.
No.
I can't...
We're flying.
I can't... Well, you'll be flying. Okay. I'm going to get a little screw tray over here. This is going to be fraught with danger. I'm going to
The
leave
good thing
a little
about
tag.
this is the original screws, we don't have to unpack.
I don't get them either.
No. What do you want them for?
I don't
You
get
got
any-
tie.
For me.
You get a bit of tie love over here.
I'm so excited. I've never seen you build a race car before. I did your two-wheel drive proud on the weekend, mate. The two-wheel drive that we built together, the DTM 3.1.
Yep. You actually did well. You done really well.
Actually did okay.
I don't think I actually seen him crash it.
I traction rolled it
but I did see him once when I was lapping him and passed him.
I don't know that you lapped me.
I lapped you.
I think you might have passed me. That's different from lapping, mate.
It was an awesome pass as well.
Well, I would have let you through.
You were just nowhere near.
I would have let you through, mate. We were at staggered start under timing.
Jeez.
You would have heard
Listen
nobody.
to the excuses.
You would have heard nobody. It wasn't an excuse, mate. It was letting you pass. You were faster. I'm not saying you weren't faster. You were faster. You were on fire for an old guy.
I was doing alright. I had my new specs on.
That's why I think the secret came in.
Yep, it was like
Not only are you good looking, but you're like fast now.
It's like the Colonel's secret sauces.
And that was in two-wheel drive. You should have seen his four-wheel drive.
That thing's a rocket.
And that is going to be that. That's really the fourth father of the car we're building, isn't it?
So
that was a bit of a test mule.
I actually beat my son with that car this weekend.
Mate, you shouldn't take pride in that.
And I gave it to him because he was hanging on me so bad.
It's because you're getting old.
Right,
You got to cherish these moments because they're not going to last long. He's pretty good, your son.
But then I let him drive my car afterwards, and he smashed my time by about a second or something like that.
Did
he? So I took it off him.
I thought you were going to say he snapped it in half on you.
No, he's already done that.
All right, what am I doing?
We need some
dim sum.
6 mils. Is that correct?
6 mils.
Tapered head, 6
I
mils.
need
those ones.
Hang on, which ones? Where are you putting them? These are 8 mils.
Which
in the
one?
bottom.
In the bottom.
In the bottom is 8 mils.
Are they? Just seeing if you're on board with all this, mate.
Well, I don't want you to build it wrong, especially these screws, mate, because these will pull out in a heartbeat with the amount of flex that you're going to put through it.
Not me. Got nothing to do with me, mate.
What are you saying?
It's my son.
So we've got a couple of 10 mils. Got 2 10 mils.
Have we?
Yeah. Couple of 10 mils there. So we've got 10 8 mils and 2 10 mils. There's a mouthful.
Really?
Well,
try it
for
again.
me.
Try to start from the beginning.
No. So the rearmost T is the 10 mils.
On the side?
Yes.
So not the centre of them, the side.
No, it's the C block.
Yeah.
It's the C block. Sorry.
Yeah.
And the
It's
C
the crafty block.
The crafty block. Ah, one wide. Is that
One
what we're looking
wide.
at? What does that refer to?
One wiener.
Edwina? If you're going to build it off camera, mate, I'm going to have to zoom out.
I know.
You're not-
I just.
You're just not on the ball tonight. And we've got a couple of shims here.
Sorry about that.
They're not even laser etched with the...
Oh, you can throw them in the bin.
You don't like these?
We don't use them.
What do you mean? Roll center?
We don't use those shims.
You run it flat on the deck.
Yeah, we just flatten it.
Really?
I just told you.
Alright, I thought you'd start. I thought you'd had a stroke or something. Are you sure? If you're sure, I'm sure. Did you bring your white marker? Can I do the pills?
Oh, no, I did not.
You didn't bring your white marker?
No.
Oh, I was looking forward to doing the pills.
You've got your own here now.
I should, yes.
So I can take that one home.
For a little bit. I bought a pink one for you actually. I knew that you were coming in. You've got pink and you've got green. Which would you like?
Neither. You can keep it.
I've got chrome and I've got white.
See, I knew you had white because I seen it.
You ironed it off on Sunday, weren't you? Hey, he's gonna I'll pay him back. Nan got me this the other day.
Did she?
Yeah, when she was heading to Daymart.
Yeah, right. When she's getting her medication.
Alright, paint pen. There's a handy tip there that I learnt last time we did a build. I feel a bit useless. We've got some carbon fibre over here. Do you need me to sand that up?
What do you
want
mean?
me to sand the edges up?
What for?
I got my little 9-step sanding sticks here.
And then what's that going to achieve for you?
What do you mean? We don't want rough edges on top of your carbon fibre brace, do you?
Can you take at least 3 grams out of that?
I'll be here a while. This is just about hand finishing, mate. We're building a race car or a... Come on.
I'm just getting these tie screws in on these centre
Now you have to be careful with tight screws.
Why is that?
Well, it's actually a little bit softer, isn't it?
So if your driver is in any way a little bit substandard, don't use it on tie screws.
You want a new, especially you doing a build. We've got new tips here. We've got new tools. Arrow Max Finest on this one. These are new limited edition ones. Have you seen them? With they got the bit of white on there and stuff. Pretty flash. So I'm just giving these a little bit of a work over, because last thing you want to do is cut your hand from a bit of carbon fibre.
Yeah, I know. It would be terrible, wouldn't it?
So let's do a bit of hand finishing here. It doesn't take much. I'm just doing it with a bit of 800 grit.
A bit of gritty. Look at all the crap you've just put all over my manual.
Manuel.
Hello.
Manuel. We need some screws, buddy. Did you get all those ones in the bottom?
Yeah, they're done, mate.
So we need some screws in the top here. They're button head 8s.
Are they?
Yeah.
That one's not.
Well, that one's not. Well, you can see here that was a 8mm.
Do you know why that's tapered head?
No,
you don't, do you?
Just so it doesn't get in the way.
Of what?
Of the gearbox housing.
The outdrive.
The outdrive assembly for the
where
centre dog bone.
Where the dog bone goes into.
It's funny that they call it a dog bone, isn't it?
Yep.
I've never seen a dog with a bone like that.
Well, if he did, he'd be in a bad way.
Be at the vet.
Yeah. So this rear carbon brace, this one here, I don't always have it in the car.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Is it a tuning tool?
Just for a bit more flex.
Really?
Yep. Bit more grip.
More grip, more rip.
So it actually wasn't in my car on the weekend.
Ah.
Only because I forgot to put it back in because I had it out up at Mildura.
Do you know what I couldn't believe actually the track we're at, which is Keilor, was how much grip just came into it.
As soon as the sun poked out from the clouds, it turned on.
The two-wheel drive was just like tying itself in knots. I thought traction was going to be a problem. It was, you could just punch it everywhere.
You were running the 10 droids and you were struggling because they were just gripping up.
They're probably gripping too much.
It looked like it looked like a spider with like
a little bit, yeah. It might have been as well because I had the 7.5 turn with 40 degrees turbo.
Where's the third one from up the front here, please, mate?
Third one?
Yeah, the middle one. No, that's the back. You're looking at the back, Jack. I'm talking about
back,
the front.
Jack?
Front. Those three at the front.
I am getting them.
It's going to be a bit slow tonight, people.
Is it?
Yeah.
You can only walk as fast as you can crawl.
You know.
How come that one's not countermonk?
Because the front's higher.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I would have thought it would be pretty level.
Really?
Level, Neville. Why do you think it's higher? Has it got something to do with the kick up?
You might be onto something there.
Is that what's happening? Are we using kick up? How much we got there? 10, 15?
10.
10?
10 degrees in the chassis.
And we got, what, 15 in the hubs? Do you run 25 degree?
Nope.
No.
No.
Oh. Why are you you've been quiet. You're not going to tell me your car stuff.
No. I can't tell you any setup details because it won't help you.
That's true. I'm more worried about if the screws are in or not.
Yeah. No, so it's 10 degrees kick up in the front of the chassis.
Yep.
And standard it's 8 degrees on the caster blocks.
Yes.
Which is an 18 degree caster kick up / caster total. We run 17.
Really?
Truly.
You notice the 1 degree?
I wouldn't lie to you.
Oh my god.
Ever.
Alright. Carry on. Put your seatbelt on.
I'd mislead you, but I wouldn't lie to you.
Nothing like a friendship based on trust. Friendship?
What are we doing?
You're going to put the 1W.
The 1W.
Wobbly.
The 1 wobbly.
Make sure you put it in the right way, that the pills...
So it goes like that?
Yeah, I reckon.
And what length screw have we got?
We got 10 mils. Do we need to go shorter because we're taking away?
Not 10, they're 12s. Sorry, what was that? Did I hear an apology? Did I hear anything? Jeez, you could just... Yeah.
Sorry, Nan. Tough crowd tonight.
It is. Just an FYI.
Yes. Do you want to put a bit of paint pen on there?
Nope. In stock, you leave the tie screws in the A, B, C and D blocks.
Really?
In modified, we take them out and put steels in.
Not in this car though. You're not going to crash this car?
We will have steels in the back.
In the D?
Yeah, where it's hitting where it's going bang on the ground.
They don't leave it a lot of meat in there, do they, for the D block?
No. I have broken my son's chassis once before trying to get that screw out.
Yeah, I watched. It wasn't.
It was a bit frantic.
It was frantic. I want to say it was funny, but that's probably a bit mean.
It wasn't at the time. But my daughter come through with the goods.
Did she? Did she tell you to pull your head in?
No, she won me a new car.
She did win you a new car.
So where
that's
are we
the
up
car
to?
you're driving.
Yeah.
How good's that? Daughters, aren't they the best?
Sometimes evil on the others. So here we are.
Where's the page on the front?
Hey?
What? Sorry, I turned the page. What are we looking at, boss?
Well, just where we're at. We got it built with the centre braces, the top carbon plate here. If you're looking for a little bit more grip, you can take it off.
Really? This one here?
Yes. Yep. You just get a little more flexibility in the chassis.
Do you ever take the front one off?
No.
Don't need more bite?
You don't need the front to be any more wide as it is.
Yeah?
It's
pretty hooked up?
Well, you kind of want the front to be a bit dull because it's got so much bite and steering in the front of this car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially with your 17 degrees caster blocks. Oh
That's right.
God. What a nonce.
It's fully sick, bro.
What a nonce.
So, excuse me, where are we up to now?
We're doing some bulkheads. Let's get bulky bulkheads.
Bulky bulkheads.
Bulky bulkheads.
We're doing front or rear?
Let's start as the front with the first step.
So,
and we've got some spacers. Best thing about these bulkheads is I get spares.
front left
Front left,
and a front right.
a full and a fur.
A fur and fur.
Furry fur.
40.
There you go.
The aluminium bulkheads.
You got orange springs. Can I have these for my buggy?
You can have them.
Can I?
Yeah, take them.
We got. Hang on. There's 2 sets of springs in this bag.
Yeah, you get dirt and carpet.
Really?
Yeah, they come both in the kit. You can have them if you want them.
Yoink.
So, bulkheads.
Tell me more.
SF1.
Why SF1?
Because they lightened them for the SF2, and in modified.
Which is a fantastic thing that they're lightened.
Well, it's good for stock, yes.
Great for stock.
And you will find between the 4 bulkheads, if you put the SF1s back on, like we run in modified, because when we cartwheel the car to Oblivia, we have broken them, and everyone knows that they break.
It is purely a durability.
It's durable. We're not putting these on because they're something special. We're just putting them on because they have a thicker wall here where Yokomo has machined them to lighten them, and we don't break them as much in modified because the crashes are fairly horrific in modified.
Yeah, it's enough to bring tears to your eyes.
I've had a few of those. Okay.
You cry a lot for me.
Yep, I do. Very emotional.
I would be too. Now, what about the spaces underneath the bulkheads? Is that something that we need?
So that's another thing that Yokomo did. They machined the base of which I will probably do. I'll probably machine and go back to the plastic spaces because the plastic spaces also are a slight dampening.
It gets a bit of harmonic out of the drivetrain?
Takes the harshness out of it when you have a bingle as well. Because you got a cushion between the aluminium to aluminium.
Aluminium to aluminium.
Yeah, well, you got these on SF1 that's aluminium to aluminium on the chassis.
Mm-hmm.
With the plastic inserts, it's like a dampener or a cushion effect. So it takes away a bit more of the abrupt blow. But it's still I've got to muck around, set them up in the mill, machine them, etc., etc.
Do you have a mill?
No, I have access to a mill.
You've got multi mills.
Something like that. Jeez. So SF1 simply for durability for modified, Not for any other reason.
I'm building this car to go fast.
So,
and unfortunately,
if you've seen my son crash, you would understand.
Yeah.
He does not.
Not that he crashes a lot, but he crashes hard.
But he does not take any prisoners.
And honestly, I mean, if you want to go fast, you've got to drive fast.
He puts it in. He puts this car around the track at 110%.
Yeah.
Well, the car he currently races. Sorry.
Yeah. That's coming up for sale soon, probably. If anybody would like a good second-hand car.
Never crashed.
Never crashed. Only driven on Sundays.
That's exactly right, actually. One owner. Serviced regularly.
No, their cars do. And they might break, but they don't really bend, do they? They don't like go out of shape. They're really good. I have seen some manufacturers where the plastics will actually deform over time. You know, and can throw your car straight and that sort of stuff. You don't want to go, oh, what's going on? And they actually deform over time. Just
another little point. I do not lock tie screws into aluminium.
No.
At all, ever.
If anything, I've been known to use is a touch of lubricant on my own cars. And that's really just to stop it boiling.
If you want to ever get them out, don't ever put Loctite on tie screws.
No. Because they actually, they really bind up with alloy. Because titanium is an alloy.
Yeah, they tend to weld themselves together.
Bonded.
Mm.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're a bit bonded.
I'm bonding with this car. I'm actually really, this is looking fast already. Look at it. It's got
see these screws? Actually, there's something I've forgotten. Have we got any longer ones? Like maybe 2 mil longer. So,
we got 15, so that's a 12.
Yeah, no, let's go because you're actually screwing
into plastic.
And I did forget that we actually replaced those particular screws with. It says 12 in the manual, but if you got 14s, it's even better. What have we got there? What's this one here?
22. Don't have my calipers on hand. Let's have a look.
So we measure it by putting it on there like that.
Mm-hmm. What are you finding?
It's 0.5 too long.
You want to put a washer?
It's 0.5 too long. That's why I choose 14 mil, but I may not have any 14s. Can you just measure that, please?
Measuring. Down here, like this. Is that how you measure a button head screw?
Yep.
15.
Yeah, I thought it was 15. So 14s are the go. So the screws through here, 14 mil is the go. I've got them at home.
Unfortunately, I don't have them now. You're going to have to put this together with 12s, mate.
So we're going to stick the 12s in, but we will be replacing them with 14s.
14s, and just to give it a little bit more meat.
It actually utilises the full capacity of the plastic brace.
Otherwise, you just rip it straight out.
In a big impact, you can pull the threads on it.
And once you pull the threads out of it...
Out of the plastic brace, then you got chassis flex in the front end.
Flex.
And then you start doing all sorts of damage to the chassis itself.
Drivetrain, chassis, servo.
Yeah.
And the car becomes all winky wonky.
So just the two screws that go directly down in top of the two bulkheads into the plastic T-brace, 14mm rather than 12.
I can feel the love that you're putting into this build already. Where's your centre bulkheads? Is that what we're calling it? Motor mount?
I think you've got them, haven't you? Or not?
I don't think, I've got one. I've got the motor plate.
Oh, you got the motor plate.
I've got a servo mount.
There's a plastic bag for you.
I love plastic bags. I'm not allowed to play with them. No, Mum takes them off me.
Oh, here you go.
What have we got here, mate? Oh, it's my favourite. Slipper clutch.
Jeez.
Slipper clutch.
Very loose unit.
I score myself some bulkheads. Is that what's happening?
You ain't getting them at all.
I've got a feeling you're going to need them.
Nah. I'm gonna hold you to ransom when we're at the track, and you go, "I've broken me four-wheel drive," and I'm just gonna go.
I'll be carrying it by the wing. The front will all be like, Simon. Oh, you knob. Is that it? You knob. That's what I'll get.
Yep. That's
wow,
it.
look at the quality. And it's not just chintzy, and it's actually proper hard anodized.
It's very,
you know. and proper machined.
The Yokomo aluminium is really good quality.
That's what you pay for. We need some screws.
8s? Are they 8s?
8s they are. It's funny, all the on-road cars are built with 6s.
Yeah.
All the off-road cars.
Well, you know when
you
like the BD series, how you get the aluminium screws and the steel screws in the kit. So.
Yeah, if you really want to give yourself a headache.
Whoops.
Which now they
forward diff.
I didn't realise that it was actually adjustable out of the kit. I thought it was something that came out of the Healy stables.
No.
So you can. Why would you adjust the centre diff though? I don't get it.
Weight.
Weight? Like, you're not reducing it.
No, it's
still the same weight, mate.
The way the car handles.
Yeah?
Yeah. So when I first drove one of these, it was kind of, with the diff forward, the car has got so much steering, I couldn't drive it. It was
with the diff forward.
With the diff forward and the pure standard kit build, right?
Yeah.
I could not drive the car. The back end just had no capability of keeping up with the front.
Yeah. But now...
But then I moved the diff back.
Well, you've got it forward now.
No, listen. I moved the diff backwards to try and calm the car down, which it did work. But it just... The car's pace wasn't there.
It made a lot of difference. What, moving it 3 mil?
Yes. So when we got the car sorted out with the suspension package and stuff, what we were doing, and stuff like this, we had to move the diff forward.
Forward diff.
To get steering.
You know what they say? A forward diff is a fast diff.
Really? Who says that?
What's the diff? And you keep referring to the diff like it's a thing. What's wrong with the slipper?
What's right with it?
Jeez. I can feel the bitterness in your voice.
You want to go fast forward drive, you need a centre diff.
Centre diff.
There is only one. As the Highlander says, there is only one.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen that car before. Is it Toyota Highlander?
No, the show, you
Kia.
tool.
Show?
Highlander.
I don't watch TV.
Clearly you have some challenges to deal with.
One sitting next to me.
It's like, wow.
Hey, we were just talking about diffs.
We haven't finished yet. What's the next part?
Diffs? Oh, rear bulkheads.
Oh, hello!
Somebody's watching. I'm glad you built one of these before. Now we're not using the little arrowy spaces. Got the
You mean the insulators? Give the dog a bone.
What have we got?
Some bulkheads.
Bulking up.
Do I need some screws?
Need some
yes,
screws.
I do.
I'm scared we're going to run out of screws. Is there enough screws here?
Yeah, plenty.
Is there?
Yeah, heaps. And if
they are such good value, those screw kits.
If we run out, I'll just start taking them out of your car.
No, my car's built with steel, mate. It needs all the help it can get.
Not your four-wheel drive I've got at home.
Oh.
I've just been raiding that for all the parts I need.
Yeah, that's alright. It's alright, I wouldn't know anyway. Like I wouldn't feel it.
You wouldn't feel it.
No.
I keep doing this out of shot, out of focus.
I'm worried that that I actually really enjoy four-wheel drive. I really enjoyed two-wheel drive modified the other time for the first time I've done it in a long time.
We had Slifka. He jumped in with four-wheel drive mod and two-wheel drive mod.
Yeah.
He loved it.
He loved it.
Yep. He had a great time. He feels that because he doesn't get the track time that he'd like, because he just doesn't have the ability to get the track all the time, he feels that modified is just easier for him to drive than being fully committed with stock, on the track. 14 mil, mate.
I've got 12s.
Oh, you let me down again.
The same packet hasn't changed. Same packet. No 14s. I did check.
You sure? You sure there's not any 14s?
I would put 15 and put a washer.
You can, yes. Put a nice black washer.
No, blue.
Blue?
Yeah. Well, yellow. Why isn't there yellow washers? No?
You can get gold.
Gold's a bit chintzy. No?
I suppose you'd go green, like that feral looking paint job of yours. I mean, that paint job of yours.
Green wings. Green wings are a thing. You watch, next club day there's going to be about 4 cars with painted wings, and after that there's going to be about 24.
Here we go. We've got the...
It looks like a slider.
It's actually starting to look good, actually.
It doesn't look like you've built it at all.
So we've got front and rear bulkheads, centre braces, and the top carbon fibre decks on the braces. Also, our Protect side pods. That's pretty light.
Is it? I wouldn't know. I like it. It looks fast.
It
really looks...
do you know what I noticed? When the car lands, it actually...
Doesn't case.
No, it just goes... and doesn't do anything silly. It just lands perfect. So...
Yeah, but you've got some Healy hoppers on there, haven't you? Oh. Healy hopper shock package. That'd be pretty special as well.
We do a little bit of R&D in our shocks.
You have to. It's off-road.
Mm.
If you're not pushing the tyres to the ground...
We leave the oil out and just put heavier springs on.
Canola?
Canola, yeah. We run 1 million.
I changed 1 million canolas. I changed from canola to extra virgin olive oil. And if it's a really choppy track, I'll go coconut oil.
Oh, coconut dreams.
That's right.
Yeah, right. We just go cashew nuts.
Crunchy cashew nut peanut butter.
Anyway,
what have you got to send a diff peanut butter?
Anyway, moving on.
Are we going to do diffs?
We've done the chassis. We're going to do the front and rear diff assembly, and that's what we're going to do.
Are we going to do them tonight?
In this episode, and that's it.
And we're not doing the centre diff because we don't have a centre diff here, do we?
We will when I take it out of your car.
That's right. It needs a new spur gear, probably.
It got it.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
You took the stock one off there. Diff. Oh, are we doing something special with the diffs?
Maybe. Maybe.
Are they going to paint the body in the studio? That will upset everybody knowing.
I'm just going to
What have we got?
I'm just going to go into...
what are we looking at?
I'm going into the Dragon files here.
What is Dragon files?
All the secret squirrel stuff I've got on my phone.
Is it?
Yeah.
Don't tell Nan. We're on camera, mate. Don't forget we're on camera.
Yeah, well, I can't show you the screen of my phone because I'll get in trouble. And Brett will see what I actually write about him.
No, that's alright. To other people. Well, people write about me to other people is none of my business. Meanwhile, I'm machining your diff car without you even paying attention.
So just, here's some stats for people.
Stats.
The 2 bulkheads. The SF1s for a pair weigh 24 grams. I'm just looking at what the actual difference is. It is 18 grams for the SF2. So there's 6 grams difference.
Per unit, per pair?
No, for the pair. 6 grams difference for the pair of bulkheads. Okay?
Which doesn't sound much.
Well, that's 6. So it's 12 grams lighter with the SF2 bulkheads over the SF1s, front and rear.
Yeah. But with that lightness also comes a little bit of reduction in strength.
Correct.
And durability.
Correct. I'm just going to...
What are we looking at, mate? It's not time to... Can't just hashtag people.
Oh, this is a picture of Tucker Bag.
Tucker Bag's up to no good, mate.
Tucker Bag. Yeah, he's lying in...
Something come out. I didn't even touch it, no? Something about a car for sale or something. Oh, this guy.
No idea.
What are we looking at, mate? Come on, what about these diffs? Wait, you want me to do it? Alright.
You just get everything ready, okay?
Oh, hang on. There's metal gears here.
Oh, maybe.
There's metal gears.
Maybe you want some of them.
And what are they?
They are the new awesome plastic diff gears.
Why? Plastic, you say? They wouldn't be strong enough.
Not for you.
Alright, Mr. 40% initial brake. No worries at all.
Alright, so a standard assembled YZ4-SF2 diff with steel gears.
Yep.
Weighs 42 grams.
What?
42 grams. I just told you that.
Yep.
Weren't you listening?
I did listen.
Did you get the memo?
I had to clean my ears out. I thought you said 43.
With the new
And improved.
Y2-503 GPHA black plastic gears.
Yeah. Look at you getting all creative.
34 grams for a diff.
Now, the big difference
42 versus 34.
Yeah. So I'm saying that's 8 grams.
That's 8 grams of diff times 3. Front, rear and centre.
8 threes will be 24, I reckon.
Don't cut on the plastic mat, mate.
That's rubber. Silicone. It's okay. It doesn't have feelings.
Clearly not.
Now, what have we done?
I've got no idea. Absolutely zero idea.
You've given me that. Hang on. The new gears come with new washers.
And have you mixed them up like a tool?
No. I'm just opening packets, getting things ready. You shouldn't leave me to my own devices. Why would you do that?
Because I thought you had the ability to use your brain.
You're tough. It's a hard crowd.
It's like having an apprentice when you don't have an apprentice.
So what are you having? Lunch. Is that what you're having? Are you having lunch?
Something like that.
Come on, mate. Get off the hashtags.
I'm just sending some yeah, whatever. Anyway,
Hashtag me in.
phone's going off.
Is it? It's Nan.
Oh, yep, there's a few messages there.
She wanted to want for dinner because you've upset people.
Lamb roast with Tom Cruise.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, you lucky devil. Just don't let him jump on the couch, mate.
Just a point. If you're building these, the new kits, can you move your hands, please? I'll tell you what, the new kits come with black O-rings. We prefer the red.
Oh, so you did want them open. Do you want O-ring grease?
It doesn't matter, grease is grease, mate. Okay.
Okay, I was just using some petroleum-free jobby.
And you've put way too much grease on them. This is what have you followed the instructions?
I could have done.
Have you followed these? Have you put the shims on the outdrives?
What? Oh my god.
You just like
a bull in the china shop.
Look at the mess you've made. Oh my god.
It's not on camera, it doesn't count.
Come on, show the people that the muck that you've made.
The muck?
Yeah, the muck. Look at it. It's... look at this crap.
Finger painting.
I mean, a 3-year-old could do better than that with a bucket of paint.
I can't handle this abuse. I can, and I'm loving it. Every minute of it.
That's disgusting. How can you soar with eagles when you're flying with a sparrow? Oh.
Gotta put your print on it, mate. Jeez, you're a hard act to follow.
I'm no act at all. No wonder BHP makes so much money when someone like this buys their products and just wastes it.
Have you seen the price of petrol today?
It's dropped.
Has it?
Yeah, 7 cents.
Because I knew I was getting some. Now, what are we doing with these pins? There's a special little secret.
Hang on.
Is that what's happening?
Have you put the O-ring in?
Yeah. I've even pressed it in.
Are you showing the people what you're doing? Or are you just smashing it out?
I was looking for my tweezers. I've got the O-ring in. I have indeed got the O-ring in. I've got to put a washer before I put this on. This is all new to me.
What a mess.
No, that's why I put the grease here.
Why did you bring this white stuff? It is like snot.
It is, mate. It is the best stuff for your gear case because it runs through. I don't really like it how it runs through unbushed. Do you know what I mean?
Ah, so you're a bit worried about the bushy bush?
Well, there's no bush there to be seen. It just runs in the plastic casing. And I like my diffs to be silky smooth for as long as possible.
Yep, I gotcha.
So that's why I put a little bit of lithium grease.
So I've just put the the fine shim on the outdrive first,
Damn fine.
which Brett didn't even consider saying anything
Contemplate.
about. But you got the outdrive, which is that. You got lube on, which is like too much because it'll squirt everywhere. And then you get a shim that goes on here, so the actual outdrive is not rubbing directly on the plastic of the case. There's a shim.
I'm just getting these red O-rings out before you... Oh.
Get out of the way.
How have you managed to get so much grease everywhere?
I know.
It's in my ear, it's in the moustache. It's everywhere. I thought I was building an 8 scale. I forgot where I was.
We just put the shim on.
Shim?
And look at all this abundance amounts of lube everywhere.
Shim Jim.
That's shimmed.
I nearly dropped one on the floor.
So put that in the case. That can go in the aluminium outdrive.
See, that's why you want grease as well, because you want to make sure.
What?
I would have used rubber grease on that. You're an absolute animal.
Grease is grease, mate. It's slippery and slimy.
I know, but I believe the hype.
In the new gears, they supply you with extra shims. So you got the O-ring that goes in, which you'll all see.
And I
that's
like
pretty
to
standard.
look at this.
He pops the O-ring in. You need
5.5 mil.
2 of those.
Big shim. 2 of those.
2.
Only put one under the other one. Do you really?
Do you read anything?
I was reading the instructions.
Well, read what they give you in the updated parts, you tool.
Probably threw it in the bin.
My God. No wonder I'm psychotic.
It's like working with a child.
It is.
No?
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not. You are.
No, you are.
People are trying to watch this, Simon. I'm losing all credibility.
You haven't got any. You got nothing, mate.
I've got 99 problems, and the diff pin is one.
Don't tell me that was our diff pin that you just sent sailing.
Nope.
It was, wasn't it?
Nope. It was just a bit of flashing.
So you get the diff pin in. It's a little tighter and firmer because that's with the new shims. You got 2 shims instead of 1. It actually makes the diff action really nice.
Where is my... Sorry. I'm sick of being in Struggle Town. I'm getting my 9-step
So you
snippers.
can see the shims, the big flat shims in there with the roll pin. 2 of those shims. You read the updated instructions in the package that comes with the gears that Brett failed to even consider looking at because he's like...
Reading the instructions with grease covered everywhere.
Got no idea.
Look at the grease you've got everywhere.
Here's the sun gear. So we've got
So,
2 sun gears
can we call it Nathan?
and we've got 4 spiders.
Charlotte.
Okay. You're an animal. You're more like Wilbur the pig.
I'm glad you got that reference.
I knew what you were talking about. Do you want to read the updated instructions? Would you like to find the updated instructions? They're in the packet that you just threw away.
Like the toe rag.
Can you please tell the viewers on the updated instructions what the go is?
Even better, I'm going to zoom in so they can read for themselves.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Hey?
Yeah.
So, they do in fact recommend 2, you are correct, you have done it right for once, 2 of the big shims under the bevels. And then we've got 2 small shims behind each and all
of the spiders.
Of the spiders.
Wow.
2 shims, they say. I don't know, I'm not convinced. I don't like a diff with 2 shims. Hey, where do you sit on it?
Wherever I can.
On the seat?
So,
Might have to open another pack.
what diff oil did you get for me?
22,000.
22,000.
20.
Please do not put the spider gear assembly in the diffs.
No, you got to put oil in it.
Where's my... Hey, you haven't even lubed up the O-ring for this one yet.
That's the one you pulled apart, isn't it?
No, I haven't even touched it.
Oh, well, that's why. I've only done 1 complete diff. I don't know what you've been doing over there. You need gears out of that packet too, probably. What do you want?
OMG?
Do you want a pin?
No, I want these. I want these. How many sets of diffs did you open?
I had to open 4 of them because you needed the red washers out of the...
Oh, is that why I've got extra...
extra pins.
Here, open that. Make yourself useful.
How did you get white grease everywhere? I'll get you a new blue mat. Lucky it's not a black mat. Can we say that? Is that politically correct?
Not really.
It's definitely a blue mat. Not happy today.
It's a Smurf mat.
It's just not happy.
It's like a Smurf mat.
Smurf mat?
To be blue, to be blue.
It's not easy being green. He sung that. I reckon you'll make Kermit sung that.
Kermy. What are you doing?
I'm giving you some gears so you don't whinge and carry on like a pork chop. Where's my diff pump?
What are you on diff pump for?
I'm going to pump some oil into it.
Oh, really?
Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a few drops on the cross pins.
Why are you doing that, Brett?
To make sure that it goes in down the bottom when I slide the spiders and the cross pins in.
Because otherwise you won't have a diff with the right capacity in there. Is that right?
Well, we want to make sure it's capacity. We want to make sure there's little air.
Do
they weigh these diffs? Is this a weighed diff, like the on-road cars?
I don't do that.
Oh, alright. What do you mean you don't do that?
I haven't got time for it.
Alright.
So Brett, while Brett's being a little anal, I'm just going to squeeze this in like this. Till it looks like it's kind of nearly full. And then I'm going to let it sit and let the oil disperse into all the little crevices up and down in the casing. You can turn it.
Turn it?
So the oil gets underneath. It will drop. It will drop quite a bit.
How much?
Maybe 1.5 millimeters, something like that. And that's quite a bit for a diff that size.
Did you even put the right washers on your cross pins?
No. I haven't even done it yet.
Are you putting 2 on each one?
Of course. What are you doing? Putting one on, throwing the other over your left shoulder?
Yeah. Like salt.
There's a gasket. Where's my other gasket? What have you done with the other gasket? Found it. I can't believe we've only got one crown wheel too. What have you done with the other crown wheel?
It's not looking good. Did you open the packet?
May have.
What about these shims? Have you got more shims?
Yeah, they'll be in the packet. What do you want?
What packet?
The packet you opened for the plastic gears.
Oh, I've thrown that in the bin. Really?
How many shims do you want?
Didn't they go little shims?
No, you've got to use the big ones in the packet. Oh my god.
What are these shims for?
They're the old ones. They're too small in diameter. You do not use the shims that come in the kit, please. Use the shims that come in the updated parts.
Why would you do that?
Because they're a bigger diameter.
Why does that matter?
Because they're the same diameter as the plastic gear.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, look, now you've lost the gear.
I'm cooked. Seriously.
Yeah, wit's end.
I'm cooked. I can't pick nothing up. Everything's that slimy and slippery.
Lubed up.
There's white grease everywhere.
The mat's never going to be the same. The cinematographer is going to lose it. Here we go. Are you right? No, I'm missing 4.
What have you done with them all?
Did you open the other packet? The factory packet.
Where have you put them? How come you got...
It's all very loose over your neck of the woods, mate.
So that my oil's settled.
How do you know? Looks pretty disturbed to me.
Now just drop that in.
Yeah, you would. Place it in
Can you
gently.
get out of the way?
I need some shims, mate.
I tell you.
You can't just hide them on me and then not... And then I nearly built it with the wrong cross-pin.
Push it in. Let the oil settle again. That's pretty close, actually.
How do you know?
Because I've done it many times.
How do you know when it's overfull?
It'll come out the edge.
Yeah?
Yep.
I'm just pushing this one in.
Just push them to the outside like that.
Get it to mesh.
Push it down. Now turn it. Keep turning.
I'm just trying to do it smooth. I don't want to fill it full of air.
How can you fill it full of air?
Well, if I turn it into a cappuccino.
Skinny soy latte.
Yeah, your choice. Decaffeinated, please.
You'll notice when you do this that on top of the pins you'll have an air gap. Do you see that? Can you zoom in on this, please? You see there's an air gap?
Yes.
There's 4 air gaps. So when this spins and it all goes in there, your oil volume will drop.
Did you refill it?
So I just push it over like that.
Did I make a mistake and overfill it? Because I just put another drop in on top.
No, this is the one I done.
Yeah, so it's empty.
What do you mean it's empty? You didn't put oil in this one, I did.
So it's wrong?
No, it's right.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
I just don't know what you're trying to say, Simon.
All I'm saying is...
What are you saying?
I think it's time to go home.
I was trying to find my scales.
What do you want your scales for?
Just to weigh the diff. To see if they were built consistently.
How do you know?
Because they weigh the same volume of oil and grease and shims.
There's no chance that grease is going to be the same because you just squirted so much on each one. It's like we'll have to take half this oil out just to get it right.
To compensate for the grease.
Yeah.
And what are you doing? You're just like
I'm just
playing with the oil, mate.
I'm just filling the void, and look at that.
The void in my life is
It's perfect because I did it.
Are you going to lube up the surface area for the gasket?
Don't need to.
Oh my god.
It's a gasket, mate. Why does a gasket need to be lubed up? Well,
I just like to lube it that way when you
see that
when
package?
you rebuild it.
It's empty. You can throw that away now.
Doesn't even have screw. Oh, now you've got the 1.5 mil.
Of course I do. And when I'm finished with it, it'll be covered in white grease.
Probably. Bloody animal. I'm just looking for another one, and it seems that you've broken it.
So where's the tapered head screws for the crown wheel?
Oh my god. This doesn't stop for you, does it?
Have you lost them? And where's the other crown wheel?
Got one. How many do you want?
We need 2.
What for? I thought the center diff didn't have one.
Well, we've only got 1. And the front diff or the
Are we
rear
building
diff.
it as a 16 tooth or 17 tooth?
A standard.
What's that?
I believe it would be 16.
16? Toy it like a toiger.
You know why it's missing? Because I took it out of this kit to put in your 4-wheel drive.
Is it really?
Yes.
Are you just saying that?
No.
Did you take the screws too?
Yes. So would we actually have any in stock here?
Of course we do.
So we're going to need 1 crown wheel for an SF2.
Really?
Yes.
It's all very emotional.
And what's the screws?
These little 2.8s.
No, it's them ones. See, if you flip that over...
Ah, they're countersunk.
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 I've got to...
28... What?
So, we need those countersunk screws, which is... Them ones...
Do you want me to go get them now?
Please.
Okay.
There's the diff. All together. We just need the screws and that's finished, ready to go into the cases.
Here you go. I like your jacket, by the way. Did Nan put that on for you?
Look, it was under the Christmas tree when I got here.
Don't get white paint. Don't get white grease on it, mate. It will. Is these the screws?
Yep.
That was convenient, wasn't it? That story about using it on my car.
Well, I had to fix it.
I'm pretty sure it had ring gear on when it left.
It did, but it wasn't flash.
No?
No.
Looked a bit average.
No, it's chopped out actually.
It was making a bit of racket actually, the whole...
It was noisy, you know, and I took it apart and I looked at the front one and I've just gone, yep, I found the noise.
Found the noise?
The actual bearing was slightly collapsed. And the pinion was running crooked on the crown.
Was it?
And it was just chewed up. So I put brand new ones in there from my stuff.
I actually didn't get the chance to maintain that one much.
Well, it was pre-loved by Nick, wasn't it?
Yeah, admittedly he didn't actually use it very much, though, did he?
He doesn't need to.
What are you trying to say?
He's a hack.
He's a bit hard on his gear.
He's an animal.
Is he?
Total animal.
You've got the only 1.5mm here, mate,
I'm
so
done.
you're doing all the little screws.
I'm done.
Are you going to ride on the diff? Would you like to use the paint pen? So we've got 10,000 front and rear. Is that right?
So where'd you hide the paint pen, mate?
It's just there in front of you.
Oh, look at that.
That big white thing that says paint marker.
Yep.
Just use that one till you find the other one.
Yep. So, mark the diffs. 10k. And a little trick, what I do is I just put a P. 10kp.
What does the P signify?
What do you think? Plastic gears, mate.
Really?
Yep. Because
why is that?
we do also have diffs with steel gears.
Uh-huh. And
you grab the diff with the steel gears, which will have a different amount of oil, different oil in it to the plastic gears.
But wouldn't you only take it out of the car when you're rebuilding it? Like when you're rebuilding the diff?
Sometimes. Sometimes we just swap diffs over if we're in a hurry.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, like if we're at the track and we need to do a quick
oil change?
Well, no, just say something's wrong in the diff or it doesn't feel right or something fails, which can happen.
No.
We just, when we swap diffs over, sometimes we just grab, you know, what we've got just to get through that run.
Yeah.
So I mark them.
Okay.
All right, is that okay with you?
Well, I just wanted to know. Because I was a bit confused. Clearly.
Oh, everything I touch has got white guff all over it.
Guff?
Guff.
That's a word from Nan for sure. Hey?
White guff.
Guff. Bish bosh.
I'll tell you what. Whoever's in control of that guff jar
needs a good scene too.
Yeah. What you do with all the shims? All my spare shims?
I'll put them in my packet of spares.
See that? Can you please put them in there when you find a moment or two in your busy schedule of
you won't
whatever.
need them, mate. They're black O-rings that you don't like.
Listen. We're just going to...
And that's to rebuild on my car when you redo it. I guarantee you that disc's going to have black O-rings in it, isn't it?
It will. Are you right there?
No. I cannot believe how fresh this 1.5mm is.
How slippery is the handle?
No, just how fresh the tip is.
So what I really like about the Yokomo is the diff pods.
Yeah. What about the diff pods? Are we right zoomed in again? We're still right zoomed in. Did you know that?
Sorry. Just zoom out in a little bit more.
In a bit?
Back in a bit, because I'm going to do the pinion shaft.
Are you? Are you going to show us how you shim them?
Well, it can take a while sometimes, but yes, I am.
Even for you?
Yeah.
If anybody could shim a crown mill in their diff, it would be you. Wouldn't it?
No. I don't know nothing about diffs.
So you just strip these and then back them off a quarter of a turn, is that right?
Half.
No,
half.
How many shims do they give you?
Lots.
That is really good. Why?
Well, you got a good range of shimming. If you have a look at the manual, I'm just kind of clearing all the guff here that someone's got all over the place. Just like, I'll move that chassis out of the way so we've got a little bit more room.
So 17 tooth front, 16 tooth rear.
Nope. Nope.
No? I thought we were like staggered diffs. Is that what we call it? Staggered diffs?
No.
It's handy having all this grease on
By
my
the
hands
way,
because I can
you
pre-lube.
need to get my opinion too, because I use that in your diff as well. I did forget to tell him that, and I did that on purpose, just so it irritated him.
Just so you could get rid of me.
Yep, just so I could get rid.
You just want the limelight.
What? No, I'll go grab it. You keep doing that.
I'll be here for a while. Oh, blue spaces!
Yes, blue collars.
I love blue collars.
503 D16.
I love that they used to be.
I'll be back.
Are you?
I'll be back.
Alright, don't leave me alone, I get scared.
Yeah.
Oh, Simon's gone. I can tell you how this build's really going. Now, diff is coming along fantastic. Got 10,000 front and rear. I'm just going around here in a cross pattern. Be nice if I did it on camera. Like so. Just bring it down till the surface meets. I'm just showing the viewers how to...
I nearly got mugged.
Did you?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
A couple of rogue penguins in the shop.
Penguins?
Yep.
Cold?
Snap frozen.
Pretty cold in the basement, isn't it?
Yep. And as with Nan.
No, she's got the Kero heater going full steam. How's good today? Do you have a Kero heater in your workshop?
No. You got a heater, you don't work hard enough.
God.
Because you stand next to it trying to get warm.
Yeah, I've heard that about. I have heard that. It's a horrible.
It's horrible. You're horrible. Where's the tweezers?
Look at that. 10 kp.
Kilopascals. Cranky people.
That is a nice marker, isn't it?
Not as good as mine.
Better.
No, no chance. Oh, sounds like a bomb just went off.
No, that was just dinner. I'll mark this one so you know which one isn't going to fail.
So when you're shimming, please leave these ones in the pack. Oh my god.
That's a keepsake, mate. It's a takeaway.
These ones in a separate pack are different thickness to all these ones.
You don't want me to mix them up?
So I do not tip them out because it's too easy to mix them up.
Now, are we doing it by numbers or are we doing it by feel?
So first of all, you go by the manual.
Manuel, where is it? It's over there.
Manuel is here.
Let me pull out a bit so viewers can see what's going on.
Can you get rid of that jam jar?
I've got copper grease next for the gears.
No, don't want copper grease on our gears.
What?
No, sorry.
What's wrong with you?
We don't need.
You're an animal.
So you got the little shims on the pinion.
Little shims.
We need 2 of.
I might have to do this.
Yes, you can do that. There you go. Oh,
I've got white grease on my hands.
you greased right up.
Lube me up, Scotty.
And then you will need one of the thin ones, the extra thin ones.
Extra thin. Now, why is it marked with a 6 or a 9 on the end of it?
Because it can be.
No, there is 2 D ratios available for these differentials.
16, as in 16 teeth.
16 teeth. Well, it says 6 or 9.
It's 6, as in 16. And the other one should have a 7, as in 17.
Or 9, like, you've got to add 7.
Oh my god.
Lost.
I swear, every time we do one of these, you get just so far off track, it's not funny. Get your pinion in.
We nearly had a moment. Yeah, hold that one in. Don't let the shims fall out. You want to preload that with your
blue
thumb.
collar.
Blue collar worker.
Yep.
Pull that one, Simon.
And then the other bearing. Alright,
I can't bear it anymore.
Where's your Loctite?
Look tight like a toiger.
Loctite.
Here's some I prepared earlier.
Really? Here's one of them for you.
Oh, these are my favourite things.
And here's one of those for you.
Why do we put these on? Do these preload?
What are you preloading? Did you see him just dive on that?
I could see you winding up from like...
Yeah,
it was like overtake move on the track.
Yeah.
I could see it coming from a mile away. Of course I moved out the way.
Just dived on it.
Dive bomb me. Dive bomb Healy.
Oh, look at the shims you're knocking off on the floor. And we wonder why we lose parts.
They're probably stuck to my elbow from the grease.
We lose parts because Brett gets involved.
Oh my god. So do I do this grub screw up on the flat?
We certainly don't do it on the round.
Okay. Just to be sure for the viewers.
So
that Loctite's tight already. The factory Loctite.
No, if you notice, there's some blue Loctite already on the thread.
Mm.
That will heat up when you turn it in, but you put some extra on there so it doesn't come off. Give me a look. Here's the other one. You got it?
Yep.
And here's...
We touched there. We did definitely touch. I feel like I've been fingered by Healy.
So I can feel... You're just not right.
What's happened?
See how that's kind of very free, and it's just got this minimal little bit of backlash there. You can just feel a little bit of backlash.
Bit of float.
You've actually done a pretty good job there.
Thank you.
All right, for such an
imbecile.
Oh, well, never going to say that.
Meanwhile, all the Loctite's running into the bearing face.
He's just filled the bearing.
I'm just looking for... It's gone quiet.
What are you looking for?
A shim.
Shimmity shim shim shim. All good?
I don't know, I tend to think that one's a bit tight. What do you think?
No.
No?
Not tight.
Not tight? Not tight like a tiger?
No, not tight at all.
Loosey goosey.
Loosey goosey.
With a moosey.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? Time to get the paint pen out, mate.
I noticed my diff feels far nicer than your diff.
You've got the wrong one in your hand.
No, you've got that's the BT version. So we can see this. It's the BT version.
The one that's not going to fail.
The BT version is heavy.
It's got the right amount of oil.
That's nice.
Nice. You put mine in the front.
That's what we're going to have to do because you've just made a pig's dinner of it.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me now? It is like butter.
Butter.
It is like butter.
It's no.
Feel it.
No, it's not butter, mate. That's more like gravelly friggin' cake mix.
Nanzanzak biscuits. Bit oaty. Good for the digestion.
On the non-crown wheel side, we use 2 shims of this thickness. That's the aluminium outdrive plate side.
Yes. 2.
And then you need a thin one.
On the same side?
Yes, same side, which is the... And then on the other side, you will need 3. There's 3.
Free for free. Now, do these need reshimming very often, Simon?
Shouldn't. If you get it right the first time, it should be fine.
So you don't run it in all notchy, then reshim it when it's worn out and worn all incorrectly?
Well, if you want to do it the Brett way, that's the way to do it.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm pretty fussy with my
The Yokomo cases are really good. They don't stretch or do anything silly. You need a couple of bearings.
Please, sir. May I have some? Oh, nice bearings.
So you'll find they're very tight on the plastic side of the diff case, and on the aluminium side they're quite loose. Seems I've got the rear one that's better than the BT version.
That's why mine's in front, mate. Bring it up the
in
rear,
the gearbox case you've got a little...
What are we doing? Let's zoom in. Let's show the punters what's going on here.
You see this little tab here?
I can see the tab.
Like it's a little dimple in the casting of the case. That's the side the crown wheel doesn't go.
So you can't put it in backwards.
You should not. So you drop it in. First thing you check is...
I'm going to get some grease.
First thing you check is side float. There's none. Then you just hold your finger there. You get a little bit of backlash.
Too much?
It's It's not too bad actually. It's quite smooth.
What are we thinking, Doctor?
What I can see here is the crown wheel. This is something you got to be really, really crucial on. It's kind of hard to see, but if you haven't tightened these 4 screws up, you'll see it, Brett. You can see how it walks.
Mm-hmm.
The crown wheel's got a wave in it. It goes like that. Okay, so you've got to check that before you. What'd you do with the 1.5?
Ate it.
So you've got to check that. So you just spin it.
So you've incorrectly torqued them. Is that what you're saying?
No, sometimes you don't have it torqued all the way down because the plastic's tight. Sometimes this doesn't seat into the plastic properly.
Uh-huh. Sounds better.
Sounds better straight away.
It's like a G flat.
Well, for you it'll be an A minus. It's still not quite right, but you've got to be also careful. Did you sand these at all?
Sorry?
Did you sand these at all?
Only on the making surface. The other side. Did you want me to? I would have.
No. Getting quieter.
Getting quieter?
So you got to be really careful here because you can strip the screws in the case. Really easy.
Oh, this one's completely broken. I can tell you're concentrating.
I want it right. And look at that. Boom. You have a look. You have a look at that one, and you turn it and see what you think.
Well, what do I think? Doesn't really matter.
Well, it does.
Got a bit of backlash.
Yep. But you turn it and watch the.
We've got a little bit of float.
Oh my! What the?
Did you put it in the case right, mate?
This looks like off your Model T. I'm asking myself several questions here quietly.
Yeah.
And the first one was why.
How? Jeez, you're a real heathen with those. No, wait, so you really do strip it and back it off half a turn?
Yeah, definitely. Not like you. You just left them all loose.
I'm just running it in.
I'm sure you were.
Nah, it'll pull up good, that one. That worked. It'll pull up good, that one.
It is now. It's fixed.
Yeah, you're welcome.
See, look at that. Look how...
It's good, isn't it? It's fucking good. You are welcome, mate.
No worries.
You are welcome.
You just put the cap on. Put the cap on.
I've got a cap on.
Yep.
Oh, it's got a little dongle on this side too.
Yep. Now that's dry.
It is, isn't it?
You'll have that little bit of backlash. Now,
well,
that
was like tuning an instrument. That was really good to watch.
What's really, really important when you do these diffs, what's really important that you get this crown wheel seated in this outer case part properly. If you turn it and you see that's got a wave in it at all, then you have to find which screw's either loose or over tight and sort that out, because that'll be going in and out on the pinion. It'll go like that, and it will chew everything out. And it will sound like a chainsaw going down the track.
Yeah, a coffee grinder.
Yeah. Alright. So what screw do we need on the front diff at the top of the case?
It's actually a special screw from
memory.
That is
right.
A special screw.
Is it 2.5?
It is...
3 mil.
2.6 by 8. Top and bottom.
That's the rear diff. I said the front diff.
You are hard work, Mr. Healy.
No,
Healy.
we can rewind this because this is recorded. Okay, so
it is in fact a
3mm
by 8.
by 8. So we use a tie screw on the front.
Tie?
Because we've got them. On the rear, we use the cap head 2.6mm screws because we don't have tie ones.
See, I thought it was the same case.
No, it's not. The front has got a hole in the bottom because it locates on this thing on the chassis.
Ah, there we go.
Alright. So
you might want to lube that box up then, mate.
So can you find some tapered head screws for that, please? And that's got to be screwed onto...
These are F6s.
See? No, they're shorter. They're way shorter.
They're F6s.
I think they're shorter than that, aren't they?
No, 6s.
It says 6, does it? We may not have them.
Yeah.
Do you have them?
These ones.
There you go. So they go... Would you do the honours?
I can do the honours. Do you want me to put this in first?
So we need to lube the rear one before we lock it up because it doesn't have the hole in the bottom.
Well, that's a bit deceptive.
Where's that white muck?
Are you going to put that in there?
Yes, I am.
I probably wouldn't.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know that I like it.
What, lithium grease? That white crap that's stuck everywhere that you got all over the place we can't get rid of.
Yeah.
This will get stripped anyway after like a full day.
Because full drives, they do need a run, don't they?
So I just...
You're not using copper grease?
No, I'm not using copper grease. I don't
Why is that?
Because it's copper grease.
But why? I want to know, because I could learn something here, because I always, on metal-to-metal gears, I use copper grease, and on everything plastic, I use the white grease.
Okay, so I ask you the question.
Educate me.
No, I ask you one question. How did my four-wheel drive sound on the weekend?
I'm not sure.
Did it sound like your chaff car?
Actually, the tool drive was a bit noisy. It's got a bit of an opinion on there, to be honest. I was a bit disappointed with that.
You get a lot of...
I borrowed opinion from somebody, I won't say who, and I actually forgot to give it back to them and get myself one.
Who was that?
And it was all rusty and manky and looked like it had been rolling around somebody's pit bag for a while.
So I just feel, being brand new, I fill all the teeth around the outside.
Really?
Yep, just fill it up. Not like you. You just put a splash on there and just go, should be right.
No wonder there's grease everywhere.
What do you mean?
Did you put the right case on?
No, not at all. What do you mean I put the right case on?
I like the rear. The rear is like, I don't know.
I like
cool.
I like the idea that they're pods.
That's what I mean. I don't like the way that this is exposed so much. I understand they have to do it because of the clearance. But that is cool.
Both myself and Nathan, we have a spare set of these built.
Ready to go.
Just sitting there in case something happens.
Because it's 4 screws, isn't it? In and out.
6.
6 screws?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 2 screws missing on my car, clearly.
Because you got the side ones.
Yeah, they're stripped. They're long gone. Yeah, long gone.
Really? Not anymore.
I don't use those ones.
Not anymore.
No. I actually, they're stripped on the car, you just drilled out, put a nut and bolt through it. Like Frankenstein.
You mean a coach bolt off the veranda?
Yeah.
Here we have it.
No, they are really precision machines and you need to keep all the screws in there. Nice box?
That'll run in quite nice.
Yeah? You're happy with that?
I am happy with that.
Are we going to get them bolted in tonight and then call it quits?
We are.
Because I can't. Now I've left this one a little bit loose at the bottom.
Have you?
Well, I just thought it might be prudent to torque it down once the box is in.
So our setup, we run F1.
F1, of course you do.
Because it is
It's
F1.
a Premier Motorsport. What does F1 relate to?
Factory number 1.
No, you're talking about diff heights. Is that right?
Oh, is that
Outdrive
what
heights?
I'm talking about? Yeah.
Well, nobody can see or understand. They're not mind readers, mate. I know.
I'm just getting it ready to show people, that's all.
Good paint pen, that one. I'm not setting it down.
I still got my work pants on.
Stop, and Nan's going to be upset when she has to watch them. So we've just done a bit of... before you yell at me.
Give me a look. What are you doing to it? What have you done? You violated it already. You've just taken it all off.
Paint's a bit wet.
Let it dry. Oh my god.
I'm a bit rambunctious with it. No,
Third time's a charm, as they say.
I put a bit of dust on the car, that's all. Don't do all of them, please. We don't have time for it. People have got better things to do than watch you make your diff height shims. Now, something that I'm amazed by is your pit box and the organisation for which they're all got marked and in our own little home.
Yeah, well, that makes it easy to find.
And I say, Simon, I've lost it. Which R1s do we use?
Hey?
Which R1s do we use? I don't want to cut them all off unnecessarily.
Only the pair.
The pair of what?
R1s.
R1s?
You just said which R1s, and
Do we use?
Only the pair. So we run R1 and RF1. This represents the diff height and the height of your diff. So
how do they make the car feel compared to R-road?
Well, it's relevant to the ride height.
Okay.
So your diff height is about your drive shaft angle. So if your diff's too high, and your drive shafts are coming from outside upwards to the inside,
yep,
on acceleration, it will pull the car down.
Brr.
Because the drive shafts naturally will want to straighten out.
Yep.
If you have it vice versa, it will want to lift the back of the car up. So that's why you have these adjustments. That's what I use these adjustments for.
And so do you set the ride height with the drive shafts level, or are they not level? Like where's
level,
your hub height?
Level.
Yep.
So
do you adjust your hub height as well on these cars?
I do. So it's your diff height is relevant to what you set the car up in your roll center, in the hubs, and all that stuff. So it's kind of the last. It's the last adjustment. So you
but
do.
It's the first adjustment going in.
Well, no.
It's quite ironic.
It's the last, because you set your hub positions, your roll center, then your ride height, then you look at your drive shafts, then you change your diff to suit all that.
Yeah. Right.
Got it?
No.
Okay.
So Simon, can you have a look at this for me? Car's pulling to the left down the straight.
That's just after you've hit the concrete wall.
Do you want this one? Can I put the front one on or the rear one?
You can stick the rear one in.
And the R1, does it point up?
Yep.
Wow! It just slots in like it's meant to be there.
There you go.
And we've got some clampy things.
Yep, you got two of them.
Two of them. And they get pulled down tight. Is that right?
Yep.
Rightio. Are we using tie screws in here? Or are they bulkhead caps?
Tie screws, please.
Tie screws?
Yep.
Yes, Chief.
You can get it with your fried rice.
Tie screws, fried rice. Not sure. You lost me. You had me at hello. I'm tired and emotional. It's been a big day. This poor little fella.
Brett's cooked.
No. Medium rare.
He's cooked like a lobster.
Toy like a toika.
Listen to this.
That's
silky smooth like the Zohan.
Yeah, who did that one?
Me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Feels
I've
good.
done both of them.
No, I don't think you did.
I think I did.
I don't think
I
you know
think I
what
did.
day of the week it is.
I think I did.
I'm just not saying you did or you didn't, but I don't think you did.
I think I did.
Not sure.
I am.
We'll have to watch back the video.
Yep.
Do you like to watch back our videos?
When I get time.
So this is episode 1.
It helps me to deal with you.
This is episode 1
Yep.
of the epic build.
Of the SF2.
How many builds are we going to go to this one? They seem to be taking 5 to 6 episodes. Well, 6.
Yeah, look, we've got a fair way of this already.
Well, it's because I'm motoring through it. I'll be honest.
Oh, well, look, you're just a superstar.
Here we go. You probably want to re-talk all these. They're probably not quite
because we've got to
your
put the
likings.
screws in the side, which we're not going to do tonight.
Go on.
Look at
that. What are we looking at?
A chassis.
It's more than that. we've assembled front and rear diffs.
Yep. We built them with the new plastic gears, the black ones.
Yep.
Not the old white ones, the plastic ones.
No.
Which is far, far better than the white ones.
And you'd be surprised, but they're... Like, these have been around for 6 months now. And I don't think anybody's broken a diff with plastic gears.
I've been running the black plastic gears for...
Good 6 months.
easily.
No, and it's in mod.
On kilo, very high grip.
Yeah, and it's
6.5 turn.
And you haven't broken them.
No, I have not. It's silent. It's really, really good diff action. Like, they're smooth, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So they've been really, really robust.
Super lightweight.
Yeah.
I think they should probably, I don't know, putting them in the kits, hey, they're that good. Like, everybody's buying them. So we've got plastic diffs. We've got SF1 bulkheads for maximum strength.
Yep.
We've got some Italian... Yeah, is that what they are? What brand were they?
These are the A-Main brand.
A-Main ones? Protec.
Which is, they're made for the B74, so a little bit of modification, some adjustment, and they fit very well. You can still run the standard Yokomo body shell.
Yep.
Or you can run the J Concepts B74 one, which is, all it is this shape of this part here. It's pretty much the only difference between the Yokomo and the B74 anyway.
Yep.
They are all, like, they're all copied off of the same, of each other and stuff. So yeah.
One's definitely better than the other though. I don't want to say that Yokomo is better or anything, but you know, it's better. And they've got nicer jackets. Hashtag episode 1.
We're
Yokomo
done.
SF2 build. I'm Brett from Hearns and this is Simon Healy. And thanks for watching us build Yokomo 4-wheel drive buggy SF2.
We'll be back with the next lot.
We will be back with episode 2 soon.
How's that go again?
Episode 2 soon.
Soon?
Soon. Stay in touch, guys.
Thank you.
Speak to you soon.
See you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.